Yeah, I think the cool thing about today is our kids were chomping at the bit. We gave them last week off and they were up here every day working out together and hanging out for a long period of time. It's like, guys, go get a break. And so this morning, kids showing up 2 hours early before practice even starts. And we started at 7:50. So we've got kids out on this field eating breakfast together and decorating cars. It's pretty awesome. So I think that's the most important thing, is that we all know we're blessed to be here and we really want to be here. And so there's an energy about it. I think with that energy comes high expectations. Our program has really high expectations for this year. And you know, we're kind of preseason picked in that 2 spot, which doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's probably rightfully so where we need to be. We haven't knocked off the big dog in front of us, and we got a really good team in our district that won a state championship 2 years ago. So we have our hands full, but we're hungry, and I think we're ready to get to work and grow and get better. Yeah, well, you talk about the growth we had last year, and I think you also referred to that we were doubted, and I think we were doubted by our fans. I think if you saw anything, one of our 4 core values is belief. You saw our kids believe in the process and be in a really tough spot in week 2, change our offense, and go on and be extremely productive, you know, the rest of the year. And that's because of their belief. They believed that we could get better. They believed we should be a better football team, and they could play better football, and we did. And so that belief, you know, kind of caught fire and was on steroids, so to speak. And this year, I mean, their belief is through the roof. And that's because they know we need to take another step, and they want to take another step. And so we've changed a lot of things in our approaches personally on things we need to get better at, and they've been attacking that. So I think you're going to see a lot more growth because of our belief, and also understanding where we're at and what we need to be. We got to grow. Yeah, you know, this is our biggest team we've ever had in school history. So our numbers are through the roof right now. And a lot of that, there's not a lot of varsity spots up for grab. We returned 9 on offense, had a quarterback move in and fill one of those roles. We returned 8 on defense. So we're deeper than we've been, and we need to have depth where we can play more one way, play smarter, take care of our bodies more. So I think our kids are pretty excited about that, about the fact that this is our deepest team, this is our biggest team, this is probably one of our most experienced teams, and there's a lot of belief in that part too. Yeah, I think our defensive staff is tops, man. They do such a good job, and you see that in the way that we played football, even in that last game against Carthage, holding those guys to 7 points through 3 quarters and bringing back 8 of those kids. There's a lot of experience, a lot of continuity, and so we can do more with that group, and we expect more from that group. But bringing back that whole secondary, bringing back the linebacker unit, and bringing back 2 of the 4D linemen, we're in really good shape on experience. And I think one of the things those guys do a really good job of is playing super fast and really, really smart. And that's a great combination. And then we'll shift to the offensive side. I think you're going to see a more physical team. We scored a lot of points last year until that last game. And I think it starts with our line up front. Every one of them returns. There's a lot of guys jumping from sophomore to junior year, junior to senior. And I always coach the line. I think you see a big jump when you bring that unit back. And they're extremely tight-knit, relational, and it's going to start up front, and you're going to see a really physical offensive line. And then we have the best receiving core we've ever had. And I'm really excited about the depth that we have at receiver too. And then some really good athletes to kind of throw in there. Nick Bells can play running back, slot, do a ton of different things. And then Jay Rich and Butler will be our only 2 players coming over from the defensive side. One's faster than everybody in East Texas, and then the other is just so elusive. And then everybody else is gonna try to get really good at their side of the ball and their craft, so we play deeper. Yeah, the thing I'm most excited about with this group is just spending time with them. It's some of the best kids we've ever had in this school, and they're gonna do a great job and lead a culture in that school that I think is awesome to grow up in. I mean, we wouldn't want my son in any other high school, and they're gonna try to make it even better up there. But they're also really hungry. They want to win a state championship. And so when you get that balance of, man, they're as awesome as it gets and they're blessings to be around, and then, man, we want to go win state and we're going to put forth the work to do that, that's a good combination. And I think that's what makes me excited about this year. We got awesome kids with high expectations that are going to do things right, and it's going to be a fun journey.